Herkese selamlar arkadaşlar. Bir an nefes alamadım. Noire'in yeni bir bölümüyle karşınızdayım. 3. bölümüyle oyuna kaldığımız yerden devam edeceğiz. Bakalım neler olacak.
Alright gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit and run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site, the coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Hadi
I'm
gök.
thinking of moving up to a 45.
Bu arada videoyu beğenmeyi, kanala abone olmayı unutmayın.
Everybody in this town is nuts. I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the
I don't want to
paper.
be rude, but I ain't got time for talking.
Çıkış bu tarafmış ya la.
You can drive.
Kardeş, gelecek mi bugün ha? Sür hadi.
Looks like the DA is gonna press charges. And Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Bu arada videoyu beğenmeyi, kanala abone olmayı unutmayın. Lütfen. Lan ezip üstünden mi geçmişler? Çüş.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Because a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar, named Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. The poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Landed on his face and ended up here. Car must have struck him from behind. Patterson has life insurance.
Oo, hayat sigortası varmış. Ciddi misin sen ya? O zaman biri öldürdü, yani karısı marısı öldürdü herhalde.
We can notify next of kin.
O ne lan? 27 Aralık 1946, 27 Aralık 1947'ye kadar. Bir yıllık mı ehliyet veriyorlar? Ciddi misiniz ya? Oğlum trafik masasının cinayetle ne alakası var ya? Cinayet masası değiliz, bir şey değiliz. Başka bir şey kaldı mı? Sanmıyorum.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers. Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Bayağı sürüklenmiş ama. Aha. Bıçak buldum yana.
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Böyle bir alakası yok. Ne oldu? Bunun ayarı mı bozuldu ya? VSync mi açık? Böyle bir şey yoktu ya.
It's all yours, Detective.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
And what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Gözlerini bayağı bir kaçırdı lan.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Abi şeyini izleyemeyeceğim ama. Geçeceğim ya. Geç geç. Boş ver. İzleyemeyeceğim şu an. Hakan Fontun.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Gözlerini kaçırdı ama ya. Muhtemelen biliyor.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Gözlerini kaçırdım bir kere.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
Eşşoğlu eşek.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Gene gözlerini kaçırdı ki.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's. Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Bir tuvalete gidiyor. Olmuyor. Bıçağı da bulduk. Her şeyi bulduk. Ray'in kafasında bir şey mi var? Ne olduğunu biliyorum galiba. Şurada bir şey olması lazım. Bu değil diyor. Hiçbir şey de yok. Haritada bir şey de yok. Bir şey unuttum da ne olduğunu bilmiyorum işte. Niye açılmıyor abi beni görünce?
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Aa, sokayım Rey'in kafasına, bana ne ya. Buradaki olayım bitti.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Batowski, sür. Gece 4:40'da ne yapıyoruz oğlum?
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Aynı kadın
Is this
değil mi
about my
onunla?
husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see.
Gece
Come in,
4:40'da.
Probably nothing.
Ya pek önemli bir şey olduğunu
Optimistic
zannetmiyorum. O ne yapıyor lan?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here.
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to
Vay
see you
vay,
comfortable
harbiden.
widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Vay be.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Oo, yalana bak, yalana.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Arkadaş 250 kere bölünmesi zaten.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Sabo has no money. This place can't be worth much. Where is the money coming from?
My father left me this house and some money. Lester took out a second mortgage. I held on to the money and kept my mouth shut. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Ona yalan diyecektim yani, öyle mi? Abla bir dakika. Oo, burada da masa var.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Telefon burada gözüküyor.
You know, I don't really feel like talking to you right now.
You can only feel sorry for someone for so long before you begin to despise them.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
He's good looking for a policeman.
You're behind the wheel.
All right. Where to?
Morga tabii ki de, nereye?
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
You know the way. You can drive.
So where do you want to go?
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of you
jury.
to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
Kaçma lan, gel buraya.
Lester could be a heel, but that's a lousy way for anyone to go out.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth.
Ve orada ne oldu? Ara sahne atladı yanlışlıkla herhalde.
Keep up the good work.
Tek hatam var. 10 soruda 10'da 9 tek hata. O da yalan söylediğini biliyordum.
Phelps, Bukowski. Beat cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd
Gene
Street.
bir şey.
Get over there, see what you can find
Derece.
out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain. I swear the more bent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe it.
You can drive.
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
But Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough being murdered like that without having to get strewn all over the front page.
Hadi bakalım. O tutuklusun kısmını oyun geçti herhalde. Benimle bir alakalı olduğunu düşünmüyorum çünkü.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get him.
Sen sür
Remember,
ya.
we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
Canlı yakalamamız
47,
lazım.
Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Fraser at 6 West 2nd Street.
Lay into his wheel arch. Come on. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Görmüyor ki.
Get brakes out of the car
Limit?
now.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Speed limit?
Why did you run from us?
I saw a big car.
Neden bizden
There were
kaçıyorsun?
two tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Çocuk arabayı satın almış.
You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
Biraz kaçırıyor gibi gözün ama. Gene sezgi kullanacağım ben.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
If this is a forgery, it's top notch. This will need to be traced. You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
Daha önce bir suça karıştım mı? Yok. Böyle şeyleri sevmem. Doğru söylüyorum.
You expect us to believe you.
Is that so much to ask?
Aa.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
Gözleri kaçırmadan mı?
He made out the
Bu
bill
da
of
doğru
sale
olması
personally.
lazım.
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Bag his possessions as evidence and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, detective.
Do you know who my father is?
We need to get to
Oha,
Coombs
benim
Auto
babamın
and check
kim
out
olduğunu biliyor
Harrison's
musunuz?
story.
Bilmiyorum lan.
I'm at a
We need to get
loss.
to Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's story.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Lan arabanın içinden geçseydi ya gerizekalı.
What? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
Not another step. I have got a Buick Century sedan that would be absolutely perfect for you.
Ne diyorsun gerizekalı?
LAPD, are you the owner?
That's right. Richard Coombs at your service. You looking to trade in a black and white, boys?
Mr. Coombs, we're investigating an auto theft. A man by the name of Cliff Harrison claims he bought the car here.
Well, some people would say that my cars are a steal. That's a joke, son.
Very amusing, Mr. Coombs.
I remember Harrison. It was a green two-tone Kaiser Frazer, if I remember rightly.
Do you have the bill of sale?
It's in my office. Walk this way.
Ay tipiniz.
That's a joke too, son.
Bayağı komik ya
Mind if I
gerizekalı.
shoot this guy? He's getting on my nerves.
Aynen öyle geberteceğim. Bayağı komiksin ya.
Here it is. Got the original pink slip there too.
Aa, birebir aynı lan.
Gene Archer, 146 North Fremont Avenue.
Hinting.
Harrison's purchase receipt was legit, at least. We have a couple of questions.
All right, fellas. Shoot.
Can you tell us how you came to buy the car?
Girl just wandered in right off the street.
Nothing unusual about the car.
Not really my usual type of vehicle. The price was certainly right, though. Nice girl, but about as sharp as a bag of wet mice.
Did you pay with check or cash?
A check. She wanted it made out to cash, but I insisted. Man has to watch his cash flow.
What name?
I made it out to Gene Archer on the Bank of Arcadia.
Can you describe this Gene Archer?
Brunette, maybe 25, 26. Little on the plump side, but not bone ugly.
So this dizzy broad walks in here off the street and sells you a 2-year-old car for half the price, and you don't ask any questions.
I'd say that about sums it up nicely.
Hayda.
Do you know anything about the company that prints these pink slips?
Nope. Should I? It isn't exactly my business.
It says Marquee Printing. You've never heard of them?
Marquee. Sure. They do all the government red tape. You'll find the place down on Aliso Street near San Pedro.
When exactly did you hand over the check, Mr. Combs?
Close of play on Friday.
Bak gözlerini bir kaçırdı, bir şeyler yaptı.
Why didn't you pay her cash? You knew the car was dirty.
I had an inkling. When people are in a hurry for money, always pay by check, son. Gives you a couple days to back out.
This was all above board.
Yes, of course it was.
Did this look legitimate to you, Coombs?
I'm in used cars, son, not bearer bonds. In my business, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now don't come on all high and mighty with me if you want my help.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Coombs. We need to continue the investigation.
Hope you sort out your problem with Mr. Harrison. Go easy on him, son. Boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. He's built too low. The fastballs fly over his head.
Let me shoot this guy, please.
You have a pleasant day.
Yes.
Well, Harrison might be off the hook, but we can still run an APB on Gene Archer. Get on the horn and call it in.
Her köşe başına da telefon koymuşsunuz arkadaşlar.
Phelps bed 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Aylin bana
on
2
Gene Archer,
yarım
age
ekmek döner
approximately
gönder
25, on suspicion of Grand Theft Auto.
I'll relay the information.
Messages, please.
A James Velasco is being held at Central Station on suspicion of GTA.
GTA'ya
Also linked to the
gönderme
Harrison
mi?
case. They're waiting on you to conduct the interview.
Thank you. Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
Here's a chicken and egg question for you. Do you think you have to be an asshole to sell cars? Or that selling cars turns you into an asshole?
You've got it in for everyone today, haven't you?
I've always got it in for car sales. Doesn't matter what they
Oha.
is. And why do they always think they're comedians
Ben
when they're
yapmadım
about
bu
as
sefer,
funny as a heart
yapay
attack?
zeka.
Maybe the more annoying they are, the quicker you sign on the dotted line, just to get the hell out of there.
O çiziyi ben yapmadım bu sefer.
Empty. Should have known that Archer broad would have given us a false address.
We should go to the station, see what this Velasco guy has to say.
And what can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm a traffic detective from Central Division. Who's in charge here?
I am, Gordon Lightfall. What's this about?
We understand that your company prints California vehicle titles.
Yes, I have the government contract to print pink slips. I've done for some years.
Have you had any goods or equipment stolen recently? We're running up against stolen cars with seemingly legitimate paperwork.
Not recently. Have you ruled out forgery? There's no shortage of talented artists in this town.
We'll keep it in mind. Nothing significant.
Alakası yoksa buluruz kardeş. Banka kayıtlarını aç. Yürücü değilsen. Ciddi misiniz siz ya? Öylesine bindim, öylesine. Buraya nasıl gidildi ya abi?
Well, I trust you've got all that you need.
Kardeş burası da açılmıyor. Ben müziğine sordum.
What the hell?
Yine kaydetti. Ama buradan hiç giriş çıkış bir şey yok ya abi. Nasıl bir şey yapacağız onu anlamadım ki ben. O kadar her yeri gezdim ki herhangi bir şey de çıkmadı. Ötmedi falan. Ha. O da davayla alakasız ya. Gel gidelim.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You know the way. You can drive.
Oha, polisi eziyordu. Oğlum burası neresi lan? Gösterince simler değişik.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Why don't you go polish your war medal and leave me alone?
I need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Help me out.
Let's get the interview started. If we do this right, who knows what Belasco might roll over on.
Crummy bastard.
James Belasco?
I want a lawyer. It's my car and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
The paper is real enough, Belasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery.
This is no battle of wits between you and me. I never pick on an unarmed man.
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
Komik misin çocuk sen?
Come on, Belasco. Don't make it hard on yourself.
I've got nothing to say till I see an attorney.
Ay senin ana.
Does the name Jean Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
Hır?
You want my partner here to convince you that you do know her?
I'm giving you the straight dope. I don't know no Jean Archer.
You had a chance to cooperate, Belasco. See you in 10 years when you get out.
Kayda giremiyor muyum ya? O değil. Nereden yeniden başlatacaksın ama? Tüm oyun mu? Ha dava. Dava yok, yeniden başlama davada.
You're
2'de
Phelps,
0.
right?
Yes, I am. Look, can we do this later? I'm in the middle of it.
Ray Pinker. I'm with Technical Services. The pink slips are all real.
Yes, we know that.
There's only one company that prints them in California, the Marquee Printing Company. They've confirmed that the numbers are legitimate.
You've checked them out?
Sure. They're on Aliso Street, near the corner of San Pedro. The guy I spoke to was Lightval. Gordon Lightval. Here, I wrote it down.
Thanks, Ray. This is a great lead. We'll get down there as soon as we can.
Phelps, your GTA suspect, Jean Archer, spotted by a patrolman. Western Union office, 253 South Hill. Less than a minute away down the street if you run. Go! She won't hang around.
Can you drive to this one?
Western Union ofis mi? Oha, direkt oyunda kullandınız mı onu?
It'll only take a little while longer, madam. Quite a lot of
Susie,
LAPD.
you are so
We'll take it
bad.
from here.
God damn it. Everyone's against me. Look, just let me get my money and get out of here, okay? You look sweet. How about giving a girl a break? I could be very nice.
Seni
Afraid I
öldürürüm
can't do
karı.
that, Miss Archer. Stefan, call for black and white.
Just my luck to get the only hair sure cop in the LAPD.
The car you sold to Coombs was stolen, Miss Archer. There won't be any money.
I handed over all the right paperwork when I sold it, Buster.
Calm down, Jean. Just tell me why you sold the car.
You're sweet. You really are. But just get the fuck out of my way.
Ay ciddi misin ya? Ama ne kaşı ne gözü ne götü ağrım.
How long have you
Oynamıyor,
and
hiçbir şey
Belasco been
olmuyor.
delivering cars?
Who is James Belasco?
He's your boyfriend. He's the guy you boost cars with. He gave you up. He thinks you're so dumb you'd steal a free sample.
So I'm no genius. I make the best with what I've got. Why are you so cruel?
You decided to make this hard
anladım.
on yourself, Jean. Let's see how you handle the hard time.
İngilizce olduğu için ben Türkçe'ye dönse şu.
Everybody in this town is nuts.
You can drive.
Where are we going?
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory. What's a five-star goddamn wedding?
You're behind the wheel.
Friendly girl.
Used to getting her own way.
Little did she know her feminine charms were useless against the impenetrable Cole Phelps.
She's not my type.
And what is your type, Phelps?
I'm married.
I know that. But you're not blind or dead inside, are you? Wait, scrap that second half of the question.
I don't know. Blondes, I guess.
Hallelujah! The man is human after all. Now we're getting some. Yep, I'm with you on the blondes. Brunettes are fine too. And there's nothing wrong with a good redhead. But I draw the line at gray. You know what? I might have to lift that embargo soon in the interest of maintaining.
Şu boş muhabbeti.
Man with high standards.
The standards are only as high as the last glass of whiskey.
Sorry, pal.
Okay. He's had enough.
We have some questions for you, Mr. Lightball. Mr. Lightball, we're currently working 2 auto theft cases. Do you know anything about a car theft ring?
Certainly not. Why would I get mixed up in a thing like that?
Direkt yalan söylüyor ya.
I think you're in this up to your neck, Lightball.
You're out of your mind. What an allegation. I'll report you to your superiors. The chief of police is a very good friend of mine. A very heartfelt and genuine apology is in order from you, young man.
Ya
Do the names Cliff Harrison and James Belasco mean anything to you?
No, they do not.
Harrison bought his car from Coombs. The pink slip looks good, and that points the finger here. Do you have any employee trouble?
No, I don't. They've all been carefully screened. Look, now that I think about it, the name Coombs sounds familiar. I think they may have been involved in stolen documents in the past.
Do you have a delivery ledger, Mr. Lightball? We would like to cross-check against the Coombs Automotive Emporium.
It's a little out of the ordinary, Detective. I'm not sure I can share those sorts of records.
Hand it over, Lightball. You don't want us having bad thoughts about you, do you?
Very well, but this really is irregular. Over here.
Look for patterns, recurring names, unusual addresses, anything out of the ordinary.
You certainly encourage repeat business, Lightball. This Mr. Bigelow is a good customer. Sorry to bother you, sir. We'll let you know if there are any developments.
Bu adamda bir bokluk var ama. Bu adamda %100 bir bokluk var da.
You know the way. You can drive.
Bu adamda %100 bir bokluk var ama çözemiyorum İngilizce olduğu için. Bu sırada Türkçe Yama çalışsaymış iyiymiş.
I thought you Marines were gung-ho, Cole. You have a 45, don't you ever want to use it? I'll take the back. Just give me a few seconds to get around there.
Cole Phelps, LAPD. All of you are coming downtown with me.
Step on it.
Weapons on the ground, now!
Give it up, chum.
Mafya mı oynuyoruz arkadaşlar?
Let's clear the top floor. I don't want to get drilled in the back on the way out.
Put your weapons down and your hands in the air.
That's towards the end. I heard something.
All right, don't shoot! Keep your hands up. Watch him, Bukowski. He doesn't move until I've tossed this place.
You'll get nothing from me.
Marquee Printing Company. There's nothing like going direct to the source.
Betting slip. Looks like Mr. Lightfall has been on a losing streak.
Ne yapıyorsunuz lan? Sahtesini mi basıyorsunuz? Gordon neydi o?
There are no slips here to keep them stealing cars till Christmas. We've got a trail of pink slips and stolen cars that leads right to your door, Bigelow. You're in this up to your neck, but I don't think you're the man in charge. Make it easier on yourself. Give him up.
I do work on cars for customers. You charge in here shooting up the place like it's the Ballad of Bulge. I can't give you anything.
We know about marquee printing. You can make this easier on yourself by giving us your man on the inside.
I sometimes repair cars and put them back on the road. I need a pink slip to resell them. There's no problem there.
There are at least 4 dead men in this warehouse. A couple more. Punks won't make for that much extra paperwork. We'd be doing the legal system a favor.
Okay, tough guy, I get the message. Lightfall. The guy who runs Marquee. He's the big shot. He likes to spend big at the track. He owes people.
Lightfall, the guy with no luck at the track. Tell me about him.
It's one of the guys lying over there. You're right. He has no luck.
So if I go over there and check his jacket, your story's gonna ring true? I'm warning you, Bigelow.
Give it a try, Flatfoot. For some reason, none of my guys like to bring ID to work.
Whether you give up your bosses or not, Bigelow, you're going away for as long as I can put you there.
We'll see. I didn't fire a shot, copper. I just watched you tear my place up.
Araba niye orada ya?
Cops, it's gotta be something big, right?
Can you drive to this one?
Artık şunu tutuklayalım ya. Son bir yer kaldı. Neresi olabilir?
What a mess.
Gonna take some cleaning up, that's for sure.
I wish it hadn't gone that way.
Well, we shouldn't bring guns to work with them. We didn't have a lot of choice.
You have to admire the barefaced cheek of someone who tries to blow your brains out one minute and pleads innocence the next.
Yeah, especially when he's surrounded by evidence. But guys like Bigelow spend so much time convincing themselves that they're not doing anything wrong that they actually start to believe their own bullshit.
They get sloppy. Bigelow, Lightfall, all of them. If they hadn't, who knows how long they could have kept this racket going.
Complacency or greed. It's always one of the two that brings them down.
Dayı bak 8. kere geldim buraya.
You're under arrest. You again? This harassment is starting to wear thin.
We found a box of pink slips in a warehouse full of hot cars. You signed for them, Lightball.
I signed for all the orders and deliveries. You'll need something better than that, cowboy.
Your money and influence will be worthless in San Quentin. If you don't go crazy in the first couple of months, then you'll probably get knifed in the chow line. Is that what you want?
Save it for the suckers, Detective. You'll get nothing from me.
Gordon Lightfall, I'm charging you with conspiracy and fraud. Hands behind your back.
Now, where shall I start? With the 2 GTA suspects we had to let walk free? Or with the female suspect, who I am reliably told slipped the leash with embarrassing ease? You just lost the chance to crack one of the biggest criminal operations in this city. How do you think that makes me look? The chief has my balls in a frying pan! Now get out there and fill some charge sheets. Misdemeanors if you have to. Get me something before I even think about giving you another case.
Ay. Kapa çeneni hayvan. İngilizce ne yapayım? Allah Allah. Alt yazı var diye şey yaptık. Al 18'e 9. Bir zekalı.
My family runs a shipping business in San Francisco. We used to have 2 ships a week to Tokyo. We've been in shipping for 2 generations, Hank. I've never been on a voyage anywhere. I feel like Odysseus in the beginning of his journey.
The Odyssey took 10 years, Cole.
This is the American century. America can rule the world after we win this war.
We need to stay alive, Cole. These men are counting on us. Have you heard what the veterans are saying to each other?
No.
Golden Gate and 48. That's 4 more hard years of fighting.
Evet, bu sonraki bölümde burada kaldığımız yerden devam edeceğiz. Beğenmeyi, kanala abone olmayı unutmayın ve hoşçakalın.